Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to enter Speedtrip as a rerun on today's live summit event in the Crew 2. After the original from 2021 in August 18 to the 25th, now in 2024 is now available on December 4th through 11 is about to go for the encore with all events except 2 are about to take place in the Midwest with certain of them in the Missouri city of St. Louis. This will have to get down to have some 3 restricted vehicles that you guys really might need to be recommended by using the Cadillac Cyclone XP74 concept, Vector 340R, and of course, this one might have to go again by using the Proto Alpha Mark II will be set to go participation as a combo event. Other 3 events and 3 skills are about to be checked to go on no restriction only, and that will bring out to have some 2 types of Salam to go on the water-based and land-based vehicle. But better get ready folks, this will have to get faster up, go on the high limit, and make your mark to go achieve in 9 events whenever you're about to go climbing up to be in the main total point by 100,000 in every 9 event. This will have to go change up to have my appearance to go for wearing a nice coated jacket because winter is coming before Icy Xmas will have to be set on the date schedule, will have to be find out coming soon. So as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's live summit event. So it's all done for the next speed tour is now being finishing up and have 2 cars available on the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Competizione and Chevrolet Corvette C2 2.0 edition. One for the score breaker boosted for the drip and 200,000 followers has now been updated on the platinum to be at rank 2,352nd place by 1,207,159 points. But sometimes I'm always had to go climbing up and get closer to be adding up by more than 10,000 points to be around by 1.2 million. But coming soon for having an upcoming summit event by the rerun, So French number 2 is about to be available until after the Rapids Crew 2. But we have So French 2 is now being date scheduled the Rapids Crew 2 on the 25th of December and January 1st, 2025. So let's get started and have a speed trap. We'll go quicker, faster, and heading up to St. Louis we'll have to do on the dragster vehicle. But if possible, always have to grab any dragster vehicle by your favorite manufacturer brand to go for having a top speed limit to go carry over by over than 375 miles per hour. First up, I'll have to use the 2010 Chevrolet Camaro SS with my UDRS InSportec livery variation to go equip and have the changes of vanity to go up on style by having a per level in 400 produced and carried out by 5,301 horsepower and top speed 344 miles per hour in a semi-expert. We have to go FR on the muscle car pump up the pace. Just to be expected viewers, always have to choose the right pick of the muscle car to have your own favorites and have any kinds of different style of vanity where to go check and make it much more old-fashioned as the American muscle car to be expert on the drag. Okay, going mark on the green and perfect launch. Just have to keep it nice and steady and go clear acceleration to have a nice speed trap on the match. Okay, close call. Just have to keep it much more slowing down to be pulled out the brake. That's 388.4 miles, so that should be doing good on attempt 1 to be solid work and give that outcome tally of the results. 122,344 points. That's good. Now, this was to take a good piece of cake by having 2 skills on Salam by having a water-based and land-based vehicle. But talk about going over to be in the wind power plant for having 1 part for having a 2-part conclusion in skill number 2 for only 1 ground-based to do the Salam. So grab your favorite off-roading vehicle and motocross. This will have to go slide the Salam figures to be down and dirty. But speaking of motocross, I'll have to go for it and have a score breaker is now being at the ready to have a KTM 450 EXC 2015 is now being quite good to be checked on the same per level to go maximum in around by 70. I hope that coat might have to go down and dirty because I'm always well prepared before the winter season in about 2 weeks until Icy Xmas is about to go for the celebration of festive surprise. Let's get down to do some motocross slalom driving and keep the line check. Motion is the key. Alright, there you go. Just have to take that main gate here and U-turn right over here. Much more quicker and more agility than the rally raid vehicle. Alright, just have to keep that slalom figures to be rolling in, mark on the check, and get the multiplier up by ×2. Here comes the finish line. Just have to be reach it in about 1 second, and there you go. Make that jump and go for a main total of 22,802 points. There you have it. That's one part of the slalom in the land base by 155,521 points. Now let's go onto the water to have the third skill will have to be in the river. So next up, we're about to be heading up to Mississippi River for only powerboat vehicle only. Auto switch is now being set and I'll have to be preferred to go for the Proto Offshore Mark 1. Time to go set sail and bring out a good speed of handful. Just have to keep the rudder to be maintained and keep a steady respawn. Good check and take the left turn, then follow the right. Okay, gonna have to slow down quickly, then go more faster. That's more like it. More speed and control maintained. Got to hurry up, time's ticking, and just have to reach up onto the goal line. But so far so close, I just barely almost had it by ending up in 30,896 points. That should be good enough. Speedtrip on 3 skills to be checked and clear. Now, the 3 events on no restriction only, and then the other 3 will have to be checked to go by vehicle restriction only. And that will bring out to have 155,552 points by having 1 attempt, and this will be doing a job well done as well. So this will have to get down to have the pattern of the easy difficulty, and then going on to have a moderation to go medium or expert difficulty to go on professional. So first up, Jersey City on the air race discipline to be set to go take off the air by 2 laps in the air race time trial event. Got to be ready and just have to choose your own favorite airplane vehicle to have an air race category to go set on the main match and go follow through on the match of the checkpoint. For starters, I'll have to go and use the Harmon Rocket HR3 2018 with my UDRS Inspirtech livery. Will be the first one to go enter by having a good figuration match on each checkpoint. We'll go quick refill on the nitro. Here comes the 3-second countdown and clear for takeoff. Alright, bring out the fireworks and go match the checkpoint. Just have to go fly and respectness. Nitro check and go for proceed the next checkpoint by 1 second perfect. Okay, that's a good nice on the checkpoint. Got to have to go expert on the mastery wizard. Good match. And there you go, just have to take 1 second perfect to go around and have a good swoop in and dashing through around onto the Statue of Liberty. So here comes the loop. Got to be ready and just have to go for having an early position. Okay, that's done on the first lap. Now, final lap on number 2 in the sky. Okay, that's 2 times nice. Got to keep it mindful and suitable calculation. Alright, there we go by 1 second perfect. That's 25 seconds, is doing well. Got to keep it up and keep it going expert. That should do enough nitro. Gonna have to keep pulling out and do the same figure to go swoop in to be switching up different position on night flight. And there goes the finish line. Got to get there and swooping in to be in the main matchup perfect. Alright, that should do well by 1 minute, 21.874 seconds is doing well preferred and skillful expert. But very much more indeed to have 117,014 points is going well to have the main rerun on Speedrun. But I bet you guys just really enjoy playing the Crew Motorfest while visiting in Maui. But all kinds of good features and some new cars as well. But I can't wait to have a good look to see some new additional features to be explored around in Oahu and Maui. But man, I've been staying in Motor Nation forever because participation in every live summit event for every season is about to go for having a mix of the rerun. But I bet I just really might need to have some money to go filling in and get things to be work hard to have my two main projects like Vision Total Drama and DreamArt Livery Style Dispenser. But it still takes time, but I just really might have to go with new additional screenshots that I just have to go focusing and forward when I'm playing on GT7, and of course, playing my first Gran Turismo is a demo game only. Time to go on Street Race and proceed on the USST East Edition to Mississippi for special for only one part of the no restriction only. Got to be ready and have one of the best street racing vehicles to be outfitted and equipped with a Nitro Chemist. We'll might need to go faster and make a good single time attack. We'll have to take a good limitation to go up in the high gear. Got to choose the right kind of a vehicle between the classic and the modern vehicle to go by the rarity pick. Got to go on Germany and choose on brand to have Volkswagen. But how about I'll have to go and choose the Volkswagen Golf GTI-Edition 2014 is now being quite good, faster, and pack up with 550 horsepower in the top speed of 226 miles per hour. I almost forgot about it because that might give a good German hatchback vehicle to go faster and lighter to have a good advantage in time attack trials. Got to be ready to go 3 seconds, and here I go. Let's dash and fast to beat the time limit in 4 minutes and 9 seconds as the racing time of ejected. And it's up right now to pull the nitro by crossing the first and second checkpoint by 3.1 seconds, then going in to take the right corner to be in the main route to get there without pulling out the brake. 4 checkpoint clear, now left turn to go corner up by the elevation to be on the main top speed by over 200 miles per hour. This will be going lighter, challenging, and have a single special stage time attack for the Volkswagen Golf GTI-Edition, like doing this for only one single rally-based event. But it still actually has a street racing vehicle. It can actually do this by having a main part to go on time attack events. So time to hit the streets, got to be steady and careful to have some good corners to be slide onto the line. So there you go, left turn to go on the corner here, and pass on to the next checkpoint to go on the right turn here. Straight away as it goes, just have to keep pulling out the nitro until you're about to be slowed down. That's more like it, just have to take that good drift, make it much more slider and more efficient for the FF drivetrain layout to see this European hatchback tune. That's more like it, and full capacity is now being called out for use. Much more kinds of European vehicle except supercars that should be doing quite possible to have this one for only one single event for having a time trial, but it'll have to get down by having one car only, with or go with a crew. We'll have to work together as a team. That's how it does. Every vehicle will always have to do some teamwork by having one event in a time trial event. But there goes the straightaway. Time to pack up, and already here on the halfway mark. Good eagle eye reflex. Now for the next part to go quicker, and the left turn to go quicker to be slowed down gently with around on the 5th gear. The faster it gets, the stronger we'll go, and just have to get there before reaching up at the end of the street to get back on the road. And touchdown, and this will have to take the next part, we'll have to go up by 75% progression. Got to be very careful, and watch out for the elevation whenever I might have to go clear. There's one right over here. Take a small jump and keep going faster. Time is on the rush and gonna have to keep a good watchful eye on the finish line and only have a few more checkpoints to go. Okay, corner incoming. Got to go inside then outside. There's the finish line. Got to go there and bring out enough nitro to go for less. That should do outstanding, and 3 minutes, 9.134 seconds is now being checked, and one attempt is now being quite good to be received. Now that's more like it. 112,687 points by using a European hatchback vehicle to go faster and lighter. That's event number 2 to go check in the can, and let's go on jet sprint on event number 3. So next up, Main Highlands Cave is about to go swift, faster, and do a 2-lap time trial. We'll always have to get yourself prepared to be on the main comparison between you and your friends. Just have to go solo, or just have to form up to be as a crew. But any jet sprint vehicle to have 5 of them are about to be initially to go available. As I'm about to be using with a 2017 Proto Leopard with my UDRS Inspirtech Liberty to go set by the max per level on the mid-engine on 120, 1200 horsepower and top speed, 98 miles per hour to go for the easy handling. But more like doing a piece of cake, and just have to keep a good skillful whenever you might need to take a quick shortcut, and strategy to have a good reflex whenever you might need to take a 2-lap time attack. So the rain is here, and let's get started to have a main time objective by 2 minutes and 47 seconds by a decimal of 0.773. Got to take the left side to go for the jump, and here's the touchdown by crossing onto the next checkpoint to go dashing through onto the dead branch. But here comes the ground time. Got to go quicker and have some short second to be patient. This should be doing helpful whenever you might need to go for having an offense push. Time to hit the shallow. This will have to get a little bit tighter out there to have some hairpins on the river. Got to keep it center and maintain the pace. Swip over here to the right, and checkpoint to go on the hairpin to be at the left. Got to go right, and almost there to be finishing up at the first lap, then lap number 2 on the way. Alright, finally get the hang of it. This will have to go quicker and keep a good blue line to be double checked onto the next checkpoint to go right over here. Okay, that was a close call that I just saw a bear pass by. Just have to let it pass, and I'll have to do the rest. Okay, back on the shallow. This should do well by 51.6 seconds. He's gonna have to go by switching up and keep it slowed down to be in the maintain pace. Alright, that's good. Take that quick ground time and go exiting out and have the final checkpoint to go crossing to the finish line. And there's a minute, 43.345 seconds is now being done, set, and achieved the record to go for the tally up result by over 100,000 points, added by 7,001 points. Only 4 common parts received, and that should be quite good enough to be received by 200,000 followers has been earned. Alright, 3 events on no restriction only is done. Now for the other 3 events, we'll go with vehicle restriction only. I'll have to get started out to have second part of the street race event on the oldies but goodies challenge for the Cadillac Cyclone XP74 concept. We'll go old fashioned and make it much more retro futuristic style to go amp up to be up onto 280 per level. We'll get back again and produce to be in 1088 horsepower on the top speed, 226 miles per hour. But you guys really had to take respect with concept cars from the 20th century and also for the 21st century as well. But this will have to give a good retro rocket concept car might have to be ready up in about 3 seconds, and the rain is clear. We'll have to go for having a nice natural morning time condition. And it's up right now, and watch out for some muscle cars and keep a good mid condition to see the XP74 concept will go style of a classic. Good start, Now gonna have to take the second checkpoint to go on the main right turn position at the 90-degree angle onto the next street. Still in the lead and not yet to be updated by having a main gap distance to go added by 1. That should do very well to see the Cadillac is going much more impressive to be driving like you're about to be riding on the rocket. 4th gear is doing well to be double checked. Still in 1.1 seconds. Time to go switching up and hit the road. It actually does having a good impression whenever I just took a first try with this Cadillac is very more retro and full like having a 20th century of the futuristic. But still might be drivable in the 21st century. It's still got some good handling to have some style of a vintage. But if so, that should be quite very good to be drivable in the Crew Motorfest to have a nice second option to go for the hardtop version. It's still yet to be as a design as a convertible car to see how it turns out to give it much more style and beauty. Still yet to become as a concept, it still actually does to take on with some classic muscle car to see how a vintage vehicle, which is exactly to have a headlights, might be turns out to give a good style of unique. But the white wall tires still has some good fortune and high popularity. So checkpoint check. Now right turn to go for having a shortcut. I'm always have to get down and go clean competent to have a nice shortcut to go quick advantage. So I have 9.3 seconds update on the gap. Got to go pull out the nitro. Good thing Nitro Chemist will have to help me out. 76% on the progression is done. Keep going. This will have to get there for the next route. We'll be finishing up in no time. Okay, that's wonderful. Superb driving handling and slided doing more old-fashioned. Okay, time is on the rush. This is where the Speedtrip it goes. And there's the finish line. Crossing in and stay on the 4th gear will be achieved by having a 1 attempt time record to be in 2 minutes, 38.546 seconds on the first position. Clear on the podium and let's see the result. Well, maybe good enough. That should be considered to have a follow-up catch-up that we might need to go for having an optional to be in overtime. So that's part 1 of the vehicle restriction is done. So next up, it's about to go on powerboat only for the Vector V40R. We'll have to be on the same place. We'll be going at it in Mississippi. Same place to do on the Salam scale, but this will have to get yourself to be practiced and get yourself to be driving on the V40R to have some 2 official livery or a pro racing style variation is now going to have to be on the main pick of decision. But I'm always well having a good entertainment of racing to do some powerboat event. But still has some powerboat per level to be on the 250 to go up in 2700 horsepower and top speed of 192 miles per hour. Still yet to be promoted to go by having a small intermediate level to see how the Jaguar Vector V40R will have to take the first one to go stepping in until the combo event will be coming up on the final stage as the penultimate stage will go set sail. So here I go. Let's go faster on the rush and reach the top 3 position to go for the time limit will be on the essence of the speed. First checkpoint coming in, and I got the lead to go enter by the first. Number 2 checkpoint to go set sail and have some good clear opening until you're about to reach a good eye on the jump. Got to be ready and take 1 jump, then get back on the water. Absolutely to do a best advantage to go clear opening whenever you might have the good space on the large river around on the Mississippi River. Just to see how the Vector V40R will be quite very good to have a main practice to have a 3 vehicle restriction event along with the Cadillac SV74 concept and the Proto Alpha Mark II. But the powerboat is very much more fancy to be participate for having a 1 regatta event. So I had to go for the shortcut. Next checkpoint, then pull out a small amount of nitro. Okay, the rivers is about to be subsided to go by from a calm and go for having a moderation to go for having a normal of effort. Just have to keep going faster without any further notice. Okay, dodging the red buoy. Now, left turn to go follow up the path, and this will have to get down to be in the main arrival of the finish line destination. Okay, that's good. And no need to have one shortcut by crossing the jump. With the main platform, I'll have to do this alternative. And there's the finish line. This will have to go quicker and sweeping up by over a minute and 50 seconds to go by a decimal of 0.815. Legendary bundle earned and received to be tallied up by having an outcome of result to be on the penultimate race on number 5. That's 121,099 points, and there you go. So looks like AGB Time Attack will be going on in number 6 as a combo event. So better grab the Proto Alpha Mark II and get yourself prepared for having a final stage on the Time Attack will be get closer to be participate in stage number 7 of the US Speed Tour East Edition from St. Louis to Detroit. That will be a very good time qualifier whenever you might need to get closer to be having a one improved effort to be form alone or just have to go with a crew. So this will have to get a main change since last week whenever we've been participating for the next Speed Tour event. As a rerun, and Speedtrip will have to go again for the same build goal on different AGB event to go for the combo type. So this will bring out the 3-second countdown to be ready and get set to go green and beat the main time objective in 5 minutes and 19 seconds. And we're up, and here comes the first checkpoint by crossing onto the 90-degree angle to have enough speed and save plenty of nitro to go optional. Full speed ahead and go by having a wide open acceleration to take the highway. We'll always have to go faster on the main speed to go up in about 275 miles per hour. There's the apex. Got to go tight right in without any further contact, so this will have to take one chance to go inside by a formation. There's a checkpoint and ticket to go clear. 15.3 seconds is now being marked on the update to be highlight on the green. 17.3 seconds, good. Time to leave St. Louis and go up north to Detroit, Michigan. But here comes the next 90-degree angle. Got to go slow down and get mindful quick to be touch the apex and get back onto the main high-speed gear. But heads up, the road is about to get shorter, so you might need to keep a concentrate and go maintain without smashing up with some signs. The way of the AGB racer is all about master the speed, handling, and concentration when facing the road to have some good eye on the apex. Just to save plenty amount of nitro whenever you might need to go tap up to go optional by the strategy. Just much more efficient and go competent to be mindful. So the road of asphalt is now being dried up. This will have to go advantage and go quicker up to be on a faster pace to get there for having one main part to go around on Michigan. So I have to keep a good eyes on Pio, and next turn to go slower and get faster to have the next straightaway to get there within a few seconds. Okay, that's more like it. Have that turn corner over here. Stay on the 5th gear. And there's the 90-degree angle to go papped up onto the left. Alright, that should do good enough. Just have to keep up the pace and stay on the road. Much more remarkable to the AGB race car on the Alpha Mark II is very good to be quite giving a genius of success. Okay, progression on 66%. Got to keep going and almost there to be arriving on Detroit. Still arrive in the state of Michigan. Okay, there's the bridge. Gonna take it and go full straight forward. Alright, very good ace up the corner. Now the wide open to be arriving onto the Avenue Highway to get there to Detroit. So let's see how it goes. Alright, now arriving in Detroit and next turn on the 90-degree angle by crossing the checkpoint. So I still have enough speed to get there by having 10% to go on the progression to be reaching up on 92%. There's downtown, got to get there and just have to keep faster up onto the same path and go on the right turn direction to keep a good path of the route. Here's the final stretch, gotta bring enough nitro, so I'll have to go burlesque and claim by crossing the line to be arriving on the podium. That's 3 minutes, 50.08 seconds by receiving a legendary bundle for the AGB race cars. And superb run by 108,367 points. That's good, and mark on the platinum of arrival to go earlier to have the final stage is now being done and done by receiving an extra point to go by 100,000. Total time is 1,177,000. Total point is 1,177,490 points on rank 2,479 place in about 22 hours left. So folks, it's all about speed, concentration, and focusing on the main time. We'll always have to keep your good mark when entered on Speedtrip as the original until becoming as a first rerun on December 4th through 11th of the first week. But make it much more considered to be as week number 2. But I did a lot of fun out there to have some more rush, practice, and get everything to be well done to be participate in 6 events and 3 skills to go for faster on the effort. Just like Speed Trap, 2 types of slalom on the land base and water base, and of course, Jet Sprint is going to be quite going expert along with a powerboat event on the Vector 340R. 1 air race on Jersey City just to see how you can faster very well to go up and forward to have a quick refill by crossing the checkpoint to have enough nitro to be filling out on the gauge. Especially to have 2 street race events by using the Cadillac Cyclone XP74 concept, or just have to choose any street racing vehicle that I'm just currently using on the Volkswagen Golf GTI Edition and Alpha Mark II for the combo event on the USST East Edition on stage number 7. So it's all done to be finishing up right now, and we will be coming up as a rerun, but it's no longer to be here on January, but we're still in December. This we'll have to get by having 1 Benetton year smoke, exterior parts for the Maserati F3 concept, and Jaguar CX-75 concept Lunar Year Edition. But you know the 6 events and 3 skills will have to go for the encore, and make sure to have the next 3 vehicle along with the SB12, Murcielago LP640 Lamborghini, and Maserati F3 concept, 1 force vehicle, 1 street race, and 1 Rallycross edition along with the next 3 skills will take the slalom to go on the land base or water base, speed trap on the land, and aerobatics to be on the air. So I'll have to be ready to wrap this up before at the end of the video, so I'll have to keep a good watchable eye out on Icy Xmas until it comes out on December 18th to the 25th. Christmas season is about to be upon us, but the most wonderful time of the year will always have to be good and be nice to all players when you're playing in the Crew 2. But especially to have the crossover theme summon that I never participated before. But this one might have to take a good review to have some 2 vanities on Untamed, Parrot Underglow, and the Raving Tint on the rare. And plus, exterior parts for the Lotus Exceeds S is now what I need to go by optional if you're about to be choosing to be purchased by having 1 street race or a rallycross discipline. But this will have to go for having a festive season to go for the holiday for having a main part of the optional season for the current live summit event. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on Dividend Art, Instagram, Blue Sky, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. Will join to get access per price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.